What it do? It's your boy, J. Lou, and you guys are just in time for another video. In this video, I'm pretty sure you guys were wondering, where have I been? As y'all probably can see, your boy done got a little bit darker. I just came back from vacation. Now, I'm not just talking about just any kind of regular vacation. I'm talking about the kind of vacation where you go to either a place where there's a pool or even the ocean, you know what I'm saying? As for me, I recently came back from a wedding. It was in the Dominican Republic. I was down there from July 6th to the 10th, and for the first night, I went through the whole thing of keeping my waves intact and everything like that, but then after that, I said, man, forget it. I'm not gonna spend no time trying to keep my waves intact. I'm just gonna enjoy myself and enjoy my vacation. So before I jump this off, let me show you how my waves are looking. I haven't been brushing, I haven't been doing random do-rag or anything like that. So let me just show y'all what my hair look like. So as y'all can see, my hair is all over the place, but you guys are just in time because I'm gonna show y'all how to bounce back, and I'm gonna also give y'all some tips and tricks of what I did while I was on vacation that I've learned from other experienced wavers to be able to help me bounce back as fast as possible coming back from vacation. So I hope you guys are ready. Let's get into it. Alright, so you just made it back from your vacation. You probably was swimming in the ocean or swimming in a pool full of chlorine. Your hair probably took a lot of damage and everything like that. But the tools that I'm going to use today to help me bounce back starts off with a wide tooth comb. I'm going to use this portion, this end right here. The next thing you're going to need is a hard brush. Today I'm going to be using the Diane 8159. You will also need a medium brush. Now, depending on the length of your hair, as you guys can see, my hair is pretty long, so that's the reason why I'm going to use a hard brush. But depending on the length of your hair, you may not need a hard brush. Alright, now when it comes to products, the first thing I'm going to be using is the Shea Moisture's Deep Treatment Mask. This product right here is specifically for dry and damaged hair. It helps to heal, grow, and strengthen. So the reason why I'm going to be using this one is simply because, like I said, my hair took a lot of damage while I was out there and everything like that. So that's why I'm going to use this. You don't have to use this product, but I highly recommend you use a deep conditioning mask or something like that to be able to get your hair in the right state. The next thing I'm going to use is a moisturizer. Today I'm going to be using the Wild Growth Oil Light Oil Moisturizer. You can find this product in Sally's or Amazon and things like that, you know what I'm saying? Most people may be familiar with the Wild Hair Growth Oil. I'm not going to be using this today, but if you were not aware, they also have a light oil moisturizer that you can use every single day. But today I'm going to focus on the next product, which is the HD Waves. Now this is the OG can of it, but this is the Exotic Plus, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to use this after I brush my hair to the state of being dry. So with all that being said, let's not waste any time and let's jump straight into the process. Alright, so the first thing you're going to do is wet your hair. You can use warm or cold water. I prefer using warm water and everything like that. And then I'm going to get into the deep treatment mask. Alright, so as y'all can see, my hair is wet. That's the first thing you got to do whenever you follow the instructions. So the next step of this process is you take a generous amount of the treatment mask and then just apply it in your hair and use a wide tooth comb, which I'll show you guys how to do. The next thing I'm going to do is take the Wild Growth Oil Moisturizer, and I'm going to basically apply some drops into my hair and everything like that, and then use the wide tooth comb to brush it through my pattern. And I just use a lot whenever I'm doing this. You basically want to get it even gloss in your hands like that. And then just tap in the flow of your pattern. Alright, the next thing you want to do is grab your wide tooth comb and your mirror. And then you just comb in the flow of your pattern. Now, one thing I forgot to mention in the beginning that you can do or that you may need is either a blow dryer as well as a processing cap. You know what I'm saying? So as of right now, you can either choose to leave this in your hair for 5 minutes and then just go on your way, rinse it out. But what I'm gonna do is take a processing cap, put it over my waves, and then use a blow dryer for at least 30 minutes. Now, right above here, I'll make sure I'll link my previous video to show you guys the alternative method if you don't want to go down the route of using a blow dryer, you know what I'm saying, and what you can do as a waver and things like that. But as of right now, what I'm gonna do is just use the blow dryer. You wanna make sure you put it on medium heat and then just go on for 30 minutes. So let's get into it. Alright, now at this moment I want to give you guys some tips about how I was able to help my waves stay in the process and not get as damaged as they could have been. Now, with all of this information I'm about to share, I learned this all from a fellow waver on the pages. Her name is Shonda McCullum. I have to give a big shout out because she is an OG waver and at the same time she is a licensed cosmetologist. Now, before I went on vacation, thankfully she made this live stream where she gave a tip about wavers who love water. And one of the first things she said is it's very important to understand your porosity. And the reason why is because your porosity determines how your hair retains moisture. Now, this plays a factor whenever you go swimming, whether if it's in a pool full of chlorine or in the ocean water with salt water and everything like that. You want to make sure that you get your cuticles fully moisturized or saturated, you know what I'm saying, before you go do those activities. And she further elaborated by saying the reason why you want to do this is because you don't want the extra water from the chlorine in the pool or even the ocean to get into your hair cuticles. Now, the ways that you can do this that she elaborated on is that you can either pre-poo your hair or you can use a conditioner of your choice. What she recommended doing is using a light conditioner, something that's not too strong but something that will help coat your hair and kind of create like a light barrier between your hair once it's properly moisturized with the environment, you know what I'm saying? So once you go swimming, your hair will already kind of have this preventative coat of the conditioner wrapped around it, and then they'll already be moisturized from washing your hair, so you won't get the negative effects as much as when you go swimming. Now, for me, whenever I was in the DR, I took it another step further, and after I conditioned my hair, I used the butter to help coat and seal my hair. And you can use a butter of your choice, and what the butter would do is add an extra coat of protection on your hair and everything like that, you know. Now, to further elaborate on the points that she was making, the reason why you don't want chlorine in your hair is because chlorine is a similar ingredient of what they use in bleach. And if you don't wash the chlorine out of your hair immediately, what will happen is you will notice that your hair will light. So one thing that she recommended is that you wash your hair immediately after you get out of a swimming pool that has chlorine in it, or even if you go to the beach and you're swimming in the ocean and they have in the salt water. Now, if you can't wash your hair out with a shampoo or anything like that, you at least want to try to rinse it out with regular water. Now, when you wash your hair out, what she advised against doing is using a clarifying shampoo. The reason why is because the chlorine or the salt water is already stripping your hair out, so you don't need to use a clarifying shampoo. You can just use a regular shampoo to wash your hair out once you get done with your water activities. Now, the last thing that I learned from her is that the reason why you want to wash your hair out immediately is because the chlorine and the salt water damages your hair, and if you stay in the sun, it further damages your hair. Now, as a waver, the reason why this is important is because if your hair is in a damaged state and the sun is beaming on it and everything like that, what will happen is it will make it harder for your hair to lay down when you go back to try to do a washing style, whatever the case is. That's one of the reasons why I use the Shea Moisture, Shea Butter, deep treatment mask and everything like that, simply because that is targeted to damaged hair. But as wavers, we all know that waves are simply curls laid down. If your hair is damaged, it won't lay down. So if you notice that your hair won't lay down, that may be the reasons why after you get out of doing your water activities. But I want to give a big shout out once again to Shonda McCullum because she has definitely been a key and integral part of the female waver movement that we have, you know what I'm saying? And not only that, but she drops a ton of knowledge on the pages, you know, so if you want to, I'll always leave a link down below to our Facebook group and everything like that if you want to join and find her or whatever. Alright, so once you finish applying the heat to your hair, what you want to do next is rinse it out. Now for me, since I already applied products in there like the moisturizer and everything like that, I'm going to do a cold water rinse. What that will do is kind of help seal up my cuticles and allow my hair to be able to absorb and keep those products already in my hair and everything. And then from there, I'm going to apply products that I have and then just style. Alright, so as of right now, I'm halfway within the steps. I just rinsed my hair out in the flow of my pattern with cold water. And as you guys can see, my hair and my waves are starting to come back a little bit more. Now, that's a good thing because as of right now, my hair is fully saturated with water. And at this point, when your hair is like this, you lose a little bit of definition because the water makes your hair a lot more elastic. But once you finish brushing your hair and everything like that, for like maybe the first day, your hair won't be fully bounced back. But then when you come back the next day, you'll be able to see a lot more definition. But I'm gonna show y'all what my hair looks like at the halfway point of just doing this process. So as you can see, my waves are trying to come back in there. They're trying to show. and I haven't brushed or anything like that, you know. Alright, so the next step, you do not want to apply any products, because if you do, depending on how long your hair is, as you guys can see, my hair is pretty long, and if I put any products in while my hair is fully wet, it's gonna over curl my hair. So what I'm gonna do is use my hard brush, and I already have a video that I'll link right above here of how to properly use a hard brush. Some people may be saying,
why are you gonna use a hard brush on wet hair?
The main reason why I'm doing this is simply because I want to stretch out my hair and help dry it out, and you don't have to apply a lot of pressure when you use a hard brush. You really just want to brush your hair and not your scalp, you know. So alright, now after you've brushed your hair a little bit with the hard brush, like I said, you do not want to brush really hard with this brush, and you also do not want to brush really fast with it. Take your time, let it stretch your curls out, and you will notice that your pattern will come back into place, as you guys can see right now. I'm not all the way done, but as you guys can see, the definition of my pattern has come back. Alright, now the next thing you want to do is take a regular t-shirt like this, 100% cotton, and then just simply pat dry your hair. So just put this over your head like this, and then just pat dry. Why you pat dry is because you don't want your hair to go from a wet to a dry state too fast, like I always say. The next step from there is I'm gonna take my Wild Growth Oil moisturizer and only apply maybe 6 to 10 drops, apply it in the flow of my pattern, and then use my medium brush from here on out. I'm gonna go with 10 drops simply because I have a little bit more hair on my head. Rub it around, and then just tap it in the flow of your pattern. Make sure you tap around in your crown area as well. And for me, since I have 720s, I just swirl it around like this. Alright, so from there, make sure you rinse your hands out. And then you use your favorite medium brush. For me, I'm going to use the Torino Pro. This is the 0656. This brush is really great. I did a review. I'll make sure I leave the link up above right here. You know what I'm saying? But because it has more rolls, it's better for laying your hair down and finishing out your session when it comes to just applying the moisturizer throughout your scalp. So let's get into it. And I'm going to brush basically until my hair is dry. Everybody hair dries at a different time period. Sometimes it takes my hair 15 minutes. Sometimes it takes 30 minutes. That's basically what I'm going to do right now. Alright, so as you guys can see, I have my do-rag on and everything like that. Some of the steps that I did before I put my do-rag on, once I finished brushing my hair till it was dry, I took the HD Waves Exotic Plush. I took about a dime size amount of this, rubbed it into my hands, and then put it in my hair and everything. Brushed it through my pattern all the way through, and then I ragged up with the Remix do-rag. These do-rags will come out pretty soon, and then I also put just a regular stocking cap on underneath it, you know what I'm saying? So I basically had this on my hair for about 30 minutes and everything like. So I'm gonna take the do-rag off and then show y'all what the waves look like. So let's get into it. Alright, so this is straight out the rag. It's the bounce back results. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Now, compared to how my waves looked in the beginning versus how they look now, y'all let me know down in the comment section below. Did my waves bounce back from vacation, or do I still need to put in work? Like I already mentioned, when you wash your hair, it usually takes your hair at least a day to be able to get back to the true definition that your hair is in. But I'm thoroughly pleased with the results of everything. This is typically how I bounce back from coming from a vacation, or even sometimes when I don't want to feel like wearing a do-rag. A lot of people may be wondering,
why wouldn't you want to wear a do-rag?
I'll make sure I have a video coming in the future. Now, one thing I do want to mention, because I know I'm gonna have people in the comments saying,
oh bro, like why ain't you wearing a monsoon cap with the do-rag, blah 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 blah.
Like I already said before on my monsoon video, with do-rags like this kind of like smooth material, you don't want to wear a monsoon cap. You want to wear more so something like a boo-boo cap, you know. So at the end of the day, that's what that's all about. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Down below, I will try to leave the links to the products that I used in this video and everything like that, just to help you guys out if you want to try the same thing that I did. To the side are some videos that I made. I hope you guys enjoyed them. I appreciate you guys for watching this video. It's your boy J. Lou. Salute!